Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's our final match of the round of 20 for WePlay Dota 2. It's Na'Vi versus Fnatic. Fnatic have to win both games if they hope to advance. Na'Vi, they're here for fun. They advance no matter what. And Fnatic, even if they win 2, still have to play rox.kis in a tiebreaker.
Bendy was busy streaming.
Dendi had a pub game to play, but I guess he's done. I think he lost, actually. So might be mad coming into this game. Draft is underway. Let's get into it. Early in the draft.
Nothing to talk about, man.
Wisp-bam.
Oh, it looks like we have odd DK versus IG or something.
Scintillating stuff here. So, Torn or Elder Titans in the pool. Lifestealers in the pool. That didn't take very long.
No, it did not.
Naga Weaver here. No, Weaver actually got banned.
Navi's turn to pick.
So I like those bans by Fnatic. If you they know they want to go Era Lifestealer, and so removing 2 of these heroes that do pretty well against them is smart.
Yeah, they have first pick, so they don't have to bother with a Wisp or the Batrider, and then pick up Lifestealer immediately after. As for supports, solo mids, they don't really have a trend. It seems like Era's Lifestealer is just their go-to hero every single time they get it. And everything else is just kind of like combo pieces and not exactly necessary.
Yeah, and I like the Naga Siren reply. It's just a good hero in general and good against Lifestealer. Doesn't really tip your lanes too much. Can go aggressive. Don't need to. Can go for a jungler here. Do you think we'll see a Dendi Pudge this game, Lumi?
You can't just blind pick a Pudge into this. You don't know what's happening in your face.
Yeah, I mean honestly, if they wanted, Fnatic could just put the Lifestealer mid against Pudge and. Let me tell you, that is not a fun matchup for Pudge.
Yeah, Honey's Queen of Pain is fairly famous or infamous, and that's a hero that they lean on a lot, and that matches up well, very, very good against Pudge. So I don't think.
Yeah, I mean the reason I bring up Pudge is because Na'Vi has nothing to lose here, no matter what their first place in the group. So
maybe they're protecting rox.kis. That's something to lose, right? Is that true?
Or are they friends with Fnatic? You never know.
Okay.
And then there's Kuroki, who's the X Factor, because he's not really a CIS player.
Okay, so Kuroki's gonna throw.
So is he a traitor?
Yeah.
Is he gonna go full 322 on them?
He played off lane yesterday.
Yeah, and he went Shadowblade Darkseer.
That's pretty.
It did literally nothing for them the entire game.
That's pretty throw.
Kuroki is the nicest guy though. Like he was, I would say, the one player at TI that had only positive things to say about pretty much every other team.
5 seconds.
Yeah. Some of the other players were just firing shots all over the place. But
I mean, all right. Let's be fair. Dendi was nice. I don't think he was firing shot at anybody.
He's a little, yeah. I got food with him after the finals, and he wasn't really firing shots, but he was a little annoyed about how that game 5 went. I would be.
Oh, he was annoyed that he didn't win TI3.
Yeah. There was some. I really thought they were gonna make changes. There were I would say at least 3 of their players were
not happy.
Yeah, but here they are. They're sticking together and playing well.
You know who else was really nice throughout the tournament?
Who?
Me. I didn't fire any shots at anybody.
Yeah, you're very nice in person.
Damn right.
Look at this. So if Na'Vi and DK played today, who would you put your rares on?
Na'Vi and DK?
Yeah, if they played right now.
Na'Vi, no questions asked.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
DK has to prove themselves.
Yeah, DK fanboys and fanboys aside, right? Just DK has to come to Columbus, win some matches, win the tournament.
So Na'Vi went Bounty Hunter. This draft is progressing very calmly, I would say.
And slowly.
And I like the Bounty Hunter pick because it just denies it to Fnatic more than anything. And we've seen that Lifestealer is good, but Lifestealer with track move speed is a lot better.
Yes, he is.
And also just the vision, so he can't really be fogged or juked or anything like that. So they go OD. They pick 2 other farmers off the bat. OD strong against a lot of Dendi's signature heroes. I mean, basically all of them.
Except Lone Druid.
Yeah, his patented solo mid Lone Druid, which he's run 1 time ever, I believe.
No, 2nd time ever. What's the win rate?
100%.
100%. All right.
Yeah.
So you talked about Lifestealer being really, really good with Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter, for that same reason, decent against decent against Lifestealer.
Yeah, it helps you kite him a lot.
Yeah, helps you track up his allies. I mean, obviously, you could track him and he rage it off. You could still track him again. But more importantly, if you have a track on the battlefield, your supports gets a lot more survivability because of it. So it's not a bad pickup.
So now a Bane ban from Na'Vi, maybe looking at a 1-core lineup here. Or just wanting to ban a support that gives you a good initiation, but they're still Rubik, they're still Shadow Demon, so I feel like they're looking towards maybe a lone druid or a gyrocopter. Something that really suffers against Enfeeble. Otherwise, it's just a throwaway ban.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hero that they would want to have for themselves to actually lock down the Lifestealer. And that's a hero that Fnatic will likely actually pick up or ban out because same thing, Lifestealer. So
is it possible we'll see that Medusa Elder Titan Naga combo? It was really good when Liquid ran it. Elder Titan doesn't do well against OD mid. I guess that's the one issue. Is that's what Liquid did. They put the Elder Titan mid, but
Navi's turn to
I think he'll struggle a bit there.
hard to say. I haven't seen Navi actually run the Elder Titan, and generally he has ran as, well, I say off lane, but solo mid is definitely a possibility. I just don't think he could actually beat OD mid, because a big part of that Astro and Natural Order build is spamming that Astro, and when you have no mana, you're not spamming Jack Squad, so...
So, Fnatic bans 2 junglers. They ban out the Enchantress, and they ban the Chen. A lot of times when teams do this, they go for Visage next, and that's actually something Navi could snap up. If they
How
just
is Visage not banned out or picked up yet?
Not sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it's such a that hero is still first pick material to me. If you have a plan for him, he's he's good at everything pretty much.
The only thing that he's bad is actually late game. And I mean going ultra late game where your birds are getting one shot, where your grave chills is just not too much, and your soul assumptions are just kind of pea shooter at that point of the game. But you know, any moment leading up to that point is just all Visage's territory.
Yeah, even then, if you're farmed, you have an Ags, a medallion. He packs a punch. So.
And you definitely get farm. You don't like you get a random ultra kill in a team fight and you're farmed.
So I'm very curious. Are we going to see an Elder Titan here? Fnatic already have 2 of their farmers. They do like the fly Enigma, but Navi picked that, and I mean that's something we've seen Fnatic and Navi actually did that quite a bit at TI3. Was they would go for these kind of like 4th, 5th pick, somewhat pocket Enigma picks.
Okay.
If they felt like they couldn't be punished for it, and I don't know if Fnatic would have gone for it this game, but Navi get it for themselves, and they also deny it to Fnatic, and this is a scary combo. Sleep into the black hole.
Yeah.
Just a classic combo for Naga.
I mean, this is where you actually have to draft a couple of supports that could deal with something like this. So Vengeful Spirit comes to mind, a way to swap Enigma through the BKB or not. The one thing that you have to be careful about is it doesn't matter what counter you do have. If the black hole comes onto that particular support or carry, and then other people. So Vengeful Spirit could just get black hole alongside his allies, and nothing you can do.
Also, I do want to point out there is still a Razor in the pool, and obviously he does very well against OD and Lifestealer.
Okay.
That's a hero I'm also surprised wasn't banned. Of course, you can't steal both of their damage. That's one downside. But lanes well against OD, and if either hero's in the fight, you can really take them out of it with the static link.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is deny one person. I think preferably Era here. And if you do, you're basically denying 6-7k gold worth of farm. So yeah, Link is going to be very, very strong and a big tool here. Vengeful Spirit is going to get picked out, and there you go, Razor coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little surprised he got through, but you can't really fault banning jungle heroes against Puppey. So he still gets the Enigma in the end. And now with the Vengeful Spirit, it is a reliable way to cancel Black Hole, and maybe they're looking to do some early dual roam, because if you're not, I mean, what do you think this Venge is going to offer? I feel like her range just isn't good. Even Magic Missile is low range. Like, while Venge is walking into a fight later on, I feel like she's just total food. You walk near a Naga, you get Riptided, you get netted, Malefist, just a couple of nukes, and you're just going to be total...
Yeah, she might be playing at more of a... Ooh, there you go.
I like something. Something different here.
Did you know how PGG's teams ran this? Did you watch that game?
I didn't get to watch that.
They went safe lane and dying 1v1 against a bounty hunter.
How'd that go?
They won the game.
That
was the most ridiculous BS ever.
Safe lane undying, maybe not the reason why.
Well, I was going to say I'm going to bet money that Fnatic won't do something like that, but I've seen crazier things.
I'm curious how Fnatic look to lane this. Are they... Because Navi already picked Enigma, and generally they run it as a jungler for Puppey. We don't really see it in a lane too much, which means you pretty much, if that's the case, then it's going to be a bounty hunter, either a bounty hunter safe lane and then some sort of dual lane in the off lane, or more likely just an off lane bounty. Normally you pick Undying to run an aggressive lane or contest one, but, I mean, a Vengeful Spirit is just not the strongest aggressive tri-lane hero, and if Navi's not going for one, then, I don't know. Seems a little odd to me.
I think Fnatic is going to pick up a initiating support.
I like this ban, by the way. They banned Gyro, because you can flack down all the zombies.
Yes.
And he just gets
very,
filthy
very
rich.
important ban. So Undying, Vengeful Spirit +1. I think that's going to be
5
offensive
seconds
trialing.
remaining.
Lifestealer for Era on the safe lane, up against a Bounty or Razor or whoever. And then you have OD on the mid lane. Juggernaut is a really good pickup because you're not going to be... I mean, what Undying wants to do is drop Tombstone, drop Decay, run in and right-click. But Juggernaut, in the early game at least, right-click a lot harder than you do, and he spins for a ton more damage.
Yeah, Navi also gets just some good pushing power to back up the Eidolons with the Healing Ward now. And if Razor goes for an early mech, then their ability to just 5-man is pretty fearsome. Fnatic, not the best counter-pushing or defensive team. Oh, good, well-placed Tombstone can turn the tide.
I mean, they definitely want to be pushing all the time. But if you look at Navi's lane here, they're doing Naga and Juggernaut as double melee dual lane. Undying Decay is going to rip these two guys to shreds. Like, you don't ever have to drop the Tombstone and initiate. You just keep Undying Decaying them. What do they actually do? Yeah, this is your initiating support.
Look at this tri-lane.
I mean, it's scary stuff. But
they shore it up a lot, going for a really strong tri-lane here. But you can Blade Fury dodge the Gale, and if that happens, then Venomancer could end up just getting caught by Ned and easily dying. Same for Venge. So positioning will be really important for Fnatic.
yeah, I love Undying as a hero because I think he kind of makes you have very interesting laning stages, very aggressive and very fun to watch. So I expect Undying, if his lane is not dodged, he's going to be doing a ton of work. But for now, it seems to be like a farming Venge. Fly's playing the Undying, No Tail's playing the Venomancer, and we haven't seen farming Venge that much, but she's one of those support heroes that if you ever get to level 16 with, she has a huge impact in the game.
So my question is, does Navi do anything weird with their lanes here? Do they try and get something like that will match up better against the Lifestealer? Because Bounty Hunter 1v1 isn't going to be able to do too much. He can get his levels, Fnatic, but he's not going to shut down Era's farm.
Maybe you go Naga, Razor, offensive dual lane against the Lifestealer, just dodge that lane. And that lane actually beats Lifestealer.
I guess the question is then who goes mid? Like, you kind of need your Razor
that's-
mid, because otherwise OD's going to free farm. So I think because these two...
This draft is just...
Yeah, I just think like because Fnatic solos are match up really well against Navi's. The OD doesn't match up that well against Razor, but they can't lane the Razor in both lanes. So one of those lanes will get good farm.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to work out pretty well.
I just think it's one melee too many here coming up from Puppey.
Well, dogs don't have ranged attacks, Lumi, so he's true to his inner self, you know.
Okay. That's amazing.
I'm just gonna let you finish. Are you done?
Nothing to...
Navi versus Fnatic, game 1. What a way to start with a beautiful pause. Let's introduce our teams. Havost gonna be playing your Juggernaut. Funnick, your offlane Bounty Hunter. No Kuroki 3-position shenanigans this game, at least. Dendimon on the Razor. We'll have Puppey playing the Enigma, and as mentioned, Kuroki on the Naga Siren. And on the side of Fnatic, needing to 2-0 Navi to even have a shot at advancing, that's a tall order. No Tail on your Venomancer. Hani, your solo mid OD. Fly, your support Undying. Trixie on your Vengeful Spirit. And Era, I mean, do we even need to say it, on the Lifestealer?
Alright, Era's back as well, so let's get our game rolling. So, Vengeful Spirit, again, Trixie gonna be playing it. Your farming, carrying Venge. Pretty good stuff.
Let's go. Let's do it. Also, one thing worth mentioning is Fnatic have amazing roaming supports as well. Well, I guess the Trixie's not really a support per se, but
yeah,
these two can roam, and you can leave Undying in the lane. Generally, he's not that easy to kill.
Uh-oh, Undying. Look at this. Poor man shield. So Fly generally the support
Naga
player.
Siren style.
Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
I think he's just playing the carry straight up here, right? Unless, yeah, Vengeful Spirit, is he buying the courier? I think he has.
No, Rain and Protection. So I think Trixie is going for...
Okay, so he just got a poor man shield playing like that support Naga, like you mentioned. Just being tanky in the front line.
This is definitely a throwback pick, and it looks like Navi want to dodge the tri-lane. They send Havost and Kuroki bottom. They also send Puppey there. He might just go offensive jungle.
Yeah.
So Fnatic will probably realize this quickly. Fnatic going to walk right by them. I guess the thing is, though, ultimately, you know, if Fnatic are the ones that have to react and rotate, then Navi can just answer back, and then Fnatic are forever chasing and falling a little bit behind. And so
one thing that's gonna be the true test here for Fnatic is how quickly they react and respawn. Because
30 seconds.
Venomancer is one of the worst hero you can have on your team if he's not getting first bloods and double kills. He very Crystal Maiden-esque in that sense. He doesn't do anything after you go outside of the lane stage. 5 minutes into the game, if he hasn't gotten you 2 kills or 2 assists, he's not worth the pickup.
under cover of Shadow Walk, Fnatic rotates through, scouts out the jungle, does confirm there's an offensive try and headed his way. And I imagine... I'm curious to see if Fnatic actually reply to this.
Okay, they see Bounty. They see Bounty. This is time to swap.
Yeah, let's see if they do it, though.
Okay,
Trixie's heading top.
Yeah, he's gonna go for a 1v1 against Bounty. You can see the rotation of the two supports.
He doesn't have sentries. And I mean, he's got the illusion rune. He'll be okay for now, but when it runs out, it's gonna be tough against Fnatic.
So
Maybe he just pulls the wave and kind of hugs the tower here.
Okay. I mean, he doesn't need to.
I think the most important thing for Fnatic is securing Era's farm. Like, if he doesn't get farm, you're in a lot of trouble, because you know Hani's gonna have a tough time mid against Denny. Creep already got denied by Enigma, and it's the Razor OD matchup, which does not go well for OD.
I mean, I think Era's gonna get farmed, because it's two melees on the lane. Who's actually gonna kill him? You could rage a Blade Fairy, so even if you're ensnared, you really are not gonna die.
Nice job by Trixie, though, with the illusion rune. He'll pull the wave back. He's not gonna pull it into tower. Chanky the creeps a little bit more. Could use the illusions. Wants to keep them alive for now. So he's doing fine. Puppey, ultimately, they did play some Magic Bush Ward. And I guess the issue for Fnatic is, can they get a kill either? Maybe at level 2 or 3 if they get a nice Gale on Kuroki, but you're going to have a very hard time killing Havost.
Yeah, so if you kill Havost and he decides to Blade Fairy, you do not spin off the slow. So that's something they could work on. With that said, though, if he sees a Venomous Gale coming, you can actually use the spin to dodge the Gale. A very important distinction between, doing anything or getting a 50% slow.
Yeah, they're grouping up on this bottom lane a little bit, not actually pushing yet. They already used they used one sentry here. Do they even have any sentries left to D-ward? They have one on No Tail, but not even bothering to go to the pole camp. And, well, they did actually block off their own big camp, worried about the offensive jungle. So they might not know it's a Magic Bush Ward, since they blocked it.
Yeah. They might be looking for a random
Since they only have one sentry, it could easily end up missing this D-ward and then not being able to get any pulls. No, they get it.
So, I mean...
Oh, it's just out of range. I think?
No, it's out of range, yeah.
I can't click on it for
it's
some
out of
reason,
range.
But that's sad.
So, Havost is being left alone here on that bot lane. He shouldn't really die, because he could definitely spin off the open wound. So, he's okay here farming. You can see that Era's responding. Oh, it looks like top lane engagement happening. Fnatic, a little bit low, but Kuroki coming in with the haste rune. Trixie's going to just man-fight. He's tanking the creep wave, but he's going to draw the first blood.
What a play! Trixie getting the first blood. 1v2 against the bounty hunter. Now buys a TP. TP's out. Whoa, he does barely go down the last auto attack. Meanwhile, Dendi, he dove mid. He wanted Hani, and now should most likely be paying with his life. Decay cooling down.
Yeah.
One more Decay. One more auto attack. Na'Vi, they throw 2 kills away, and Arrow's now getting his farm. 14-6. I'm not sure if Na'Vi can afford to have a bad start like this.
Yeah, I mean, Trixie's played a TPL like that. If it worked, it would have been an amazing play because he would have not give away a kill. But if he didn't, which it did not, he just lost his free TP back to lane. So he's missing a ton of EXP. But Fly gonna waltz up here and grab some.
Still, he's an off-lane Venge who got ganked by a hasted Naga, got first blood, has boots, Reign of Basilius. You can't ask for much more.
Yeah, I think Fnatic completely underestimated the build of Venge went for. He went for the minus armor as well as aura. A ton of physical damage output in the early game, more than what Fnatic expected.
Yeah, maxing the aura first, or the Hal first actually, and they have a decent amount of physical damage. Lifestealer, just ODs aside from the orb, does good physical damage when it's not being stolen by Dendi, which currently it is.
Yeah.
13-10. They are still losing mid heavily, despite that gank. Hani just not going to see us at all this game, I feel. And now they finally rotate into the offensive tri-lane. Era gets the 1v1 against the Juggernaut. That should go well for him. All in all, I'd say it's looking fairly even. Puppey's doing well in the jungle, and I think that's the X factor in terms of experience.
Well, Era's having a tough time because Orb of Venon's up on Era. An item that he generally does not go for, but it is so good in this matchup. Once he gets his phase boot, he's going to just straight up kill Havost.
Playing Kuroki, eating a stun, but very tanky. They needed a body block. They don't get it. Now Fnatic, in pursuit, can't really engage here. Dust deployed. They thought he was in the neighborhood. They're going to find him. Magic Missiles pulling down. It's available now. The Gale's going to hit by No Tail. They surround Fnatic. They're dropping him low, and they will bring him down.
Yeah, Trixie.
That mini stun, just slowing things down.
Trixie going for the last hit, canceling the animation, making sure that he does get the kill. There's a dust on these two guys, or smoke on these two guys. They can make a gank on the mid lane if that's what they want.
Yeah, as mentioned, they have a great roaming duo. Not the Undying, but the Vengeful Spirit as well as the Venomancer can pretty much kill anyone, and especially Dendi. He doesn't have any form of defensive ability aside from just running. Well, I guess he's got the Purge from Unstable Current, but that's pretty minor.
Yeah.
Puppey already has his Soul Rain up. I still think this is quite even though Fnatic are leading 3-1. I guess Na'Vi are much more reliant on sort of the mid-game snowball, though. The track gold, the early mech on, or BKB, or whatever, that first item that comes out for the Enigma. I don't feel Fnatic have that same issue. Blade Fury bottom lane. Era just gonna man-fight his way up, not running to the tower. Now he might end up going down. One more Janata strike.
Oh, no.
Open wounds. Low, but not dead yet. Well,
Yeah.
Era Lifestealer. Hard to kill.
Yeah, he's going to turn right back. I mean, Rage at level 3 lasts quite a bit long time, outlasting some of that Blade Fury. Back in the mid lane, though, a smoke is going to be coming in. They need to have the Gale hitting. So, Dendi walking forward. Maybe they're going to set an Astro up first.
If they just Astral him or get the Gale. Either
Ball
way.
lane, the dive's coming in. Blade Fury, again, Era dodging a ton of it with his Rage. He is, moving quite fast. The Trugan toss one hit away on Era. Era
fast.
has higher base damage. The
Higher
creeps are
move
coming.
speed.
The creeps
Move
are coming.
speed.
That creep's dying. So they're going to dive. No,
He
they're
just
not.
got level 6, but does he have mana to use Infest? No!
He had mana.
He had it, he just couldn't get it off. And they never ended up going in mid either. Oh,
Terror,
Era. So
one more
close.
hit, Fnatic. Oh no,
That
he could have
armor.
Terror way sooner, but he's out of mana. He's got a bottle as well. They could have got a lot more done there.
Yeah,
So
the problem for
unfortunate.
Era was I don't think he could have gotten to a creep in time, because running towards the creeps meant the Juggernaut last hit comes during that time, I feel.
Yeah.
But it was close. Very close.
Yeah, good juke attempt, but
I think the bigger thing, though, is that the gank failed on Dendi mid, because they need a gank to shut him down. There's just nothing Hani can do.
okay, they're gonna Astro up Havos.
No mana
Havos
for
will
Blade
not.
Fury.
Yeah, no mana. He's dead, flat out. Yeah.
Lots of minus armor, lots of physical deeps. Down Havos will go. Meanwhile, though, top lane, Fly getting caught out, netted up, drops the tombstone. An army of zombies gonna bring Kuroki down. No, he's still alive. No Tail comes in. He's gonna get Malefice soon. There's actually a Malefice going
the
down.
Gale.
No Tail, maybe just a casual death here. Kuroki diving, doesn't have mana for Riptide. One more auto attack, he'll bring him down. Now a banish, double TP just to kill off the support Naga Siren.
Can they kill him off? He's running fast.
There's no snare here.
He's got poor man's shield. He's got 8 armor. You don't kill him off. You have to Astro him one more time and maybe drop the tombstone on top. Astro's on cooldown. They just don't go for it. Wow.
Hani haste rune gank bottom, did get the kill there. Then he TP's top. And he's just not farming whatsoever during this time.
Yeah.
This is a concern.
I mean, that's a matchup disadvantage already. I mean,
It's not really his fault. It's a horrible matchup, but he's 8 and 7. That is, and you pick OD to win a lane. That's why you pick the hero. And he's not winning that lane.
he is losing that lane badly. Man, it's tough.
Na'Vi kind of looked like they were in trouble, but look at the experience lead. 4,000 experience lead already. They're just getting so much more off the map.
It's a 4,000 experience lead against Venomancer Undying, one of the most dangerous trialing components, and they were able to kind of repel most of it. In fact, these heroes haven't even picked up many kills. I think Na'Vi is absolutely fine.
In fact, with Track now coming out, Hani's in a lot of trouble. He's got an Astral. He's trying to bait this as long as possible, but too late. Doesn't even get the Astral off. Ends up going down.
Yeah, I just don't
And
know
gives
what
up Track Gold as well.
I just don't know what Hani's gonna do outside the laning stage, because as an OD, you just don't have any flash farming spell. He's actually worse than Razor when it comes to maybe comeback in terms of farming.
And Funix controlling the runes. He hit level 6 really fast. And once you're ahead like this, there's level 4 Venomancer, level 4 Undying running around, just total food. Tracked up, brought down easily. And now the Tombstone could maybe be farmed, or just farm the zombies. Denny's a little too low. He might
Nah,
he
he's
should be okay.
fine. These are one
He
hit.
needed a few more zombies to kill him off. Meanwhile, top lane Trixie, Malefice, no more ticks. Funnick coming in. He's got. Oh, if he turns around, Trixie, Funnick's lurking. Meanwhile, while that was happening, they did get the Havos kill bottom lane, but Havos doesn't really have to do that much this game. He's honestly here for the healing ward.
He's playing in the same.
Malefice, Track, top lane, Trixie, dead to rights.
Yeah, I feel like every time we look away, Fnatic heroes just dying left and right. What's going on here?
What's going on is Na'Vi is accruing a filthy golden experience lead.
Ani getting linked up on the mid lane, using the Astro just to run away.
You do have to go back to the draft and say they banned Chen and Enchantress did not ban Razor. And
I mean-
Courier gets netted mid lane. I don't think Kuroki can kill it. in
Dendi,
time.
by the way, is just diving
He
straight
tried
up.
to summon the Courier. That's not gonna work. Maybe he's trying to summon Hani, but either way, they'll get Hani. Hani's likely to drop. He will fall. Well, the net on the Courier, that's a cute play. Haven't seen that.
Oh,
movie.
Dendi, one more hit. Dendi just straight out TP under there. He was absolutely fine. Meanwhile, Razor, there's seems to be Era chasing for the Naga. Naga just runs out as well. I mean,
snare ganking the Courier, that's next level.
you say you look at the draft, but Na'Vi had one of the most awkward lanes ever. It was like Naga, and Juggernaut dual lane.
Yeah, I mean the way they sent those two bottom, Fnatic were not prepared for that. They even five-man. They did figure it out.
No, they saw the lane, right? They had the option to switch, but they just left Trixie top.
They did start to, but it was also just kind of late. Like they weren't really set up in their own jungle. Their camp was warded off. Remember, they wasted the sentry ward, so they couldn't get the pulls going as quickly as possible. That gave Na'Vi a lot of extra experience. Also meant they weren't able to put any pressure on Puppey in the jungle. And normally when a team runs an Enigma, you want to try and pressure him, shut down his jungle, ward it off, but
either shut down the jungle or punish them, punish their lane,
the lane,
which they did neither. So Dandy charging it, forcing Hani back. Has Hani even hit a creep blast? He's got 13 and 9 now, but man, he's just not going to make a recovery this game. Underfarm OD means he's not going to do anything.
He's basically a glorified Shadow Demon at this point.
Well, he does help his allies to regen some mana, right?
Well, yeah. He's glorified Shadow Fiend, or Shadow Demon with Essence Aura, but that's about it. And Na'Vi, they're so far ahead, they say we're going to go Roche. They already have Urn on...
They have a Buckler.
Kuroki, they have a Buckler. Puppey's actually almost got a mech. Is it coming? Yeah, he's got... No, Magic Wand. But he'll have it after Roche. Healing Ward. I don't... Is there any way Fnatic
you drop a Tombstone on high ground, and you go to work.
Let's see. It might be too late. And they just don't have like a good way to jack the Aegis either. They're gonna have to waltz their way in. They're coming now. Hani's got to react to this quickly. Roche is low. It's about to fall to Gale. Not gonna hit Kuroki. Now the turnaround comes. They banish Puppey. They track up Hani. The net flies. It will catch him out. He's already used his banish. Now Dendi begins to steal his damage. Eats a stun to the face, but very tanky. Has the Aegis as well. Black Hole catches two. Puppey delivers. One falls. Two falls. Fnatic are in all sorts of trouble. Fnatic cleans up Hani. Now, or sorry, rather, Havos cleans up Hani, and Na'Vi just continue to chase. They're going to rack up maybe one, maybe two more track kills here.
Yeah, that Tombstone placement was really good, but it just did not generate enough Tombstone. And now the chase goes on the bot lane. It's tracked up Fly, getting hit. Man, he's not really going to make it out here. Dendi doing all sorts of damage. They don't get the kill just yet. Any more decays? No more decays. Now they focus on Dendi, but the tower not doing enough damage. They're going to pick up Venomancer as well. 2 kills for Fnatic.
Now Arrow on the run. He does have access to Infest, but he gets netted away from creeps. Nothing to Infest. No way out. He takes a spill. GG. And I believe Fnatic's run in WePlay Dota 2 actually ends here.
Dunzo.
They're 4-4 at best, right?
4-4 at best.
I think, because, yeah, rox.kis is 5-3, right?
Yes.
And now Fnatic are 3-4. So even if they win this game, they're 4-4. Advance.
Nope. Sadness.
We'll double check that, but they can't advance as far as I know. This is very unexpected, Lumi.
I mean, we did not expect them to 2-0 Na'Vi. So
no. Yeah, you got to go back to the other matches, not this game. I mean, as bad as it was, they didn't need to beat Na'Vi to advance.
They needed to 2-0 rox.kis, but
or
rox.kis was
take a game off.
They did, right? It was 1-1.
Was it?
I think so.
Yeah, we'll take a look at our standings right now. 7-0 for Na'Vi.
I believe they beat Poseidon.
3-4 for Fnatic. They're done. They're out of WePlay.
Well,
top 3 or top 8 TI3. Not getting out of the group stages here.
Wait, did they lose to Poseidon? 0-2? I think so.
They must have lost 2-0 to someone.
Yeah. Yeah, they just beat Scary Face, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday, so
that's 2 of their wins, and then if they won rox.kis, then yeah, they must have gotten 0-2 by Poseidon. Well,
Poseidon.
Poisson.
Too good.
That was game 1, guys. We do have a game 2 coming up for you. I don't actually think it affects the standings, but if you want to see some fun picks from Na'Vi, stay tuned. I'm LD. If you enjoy my casting, you can follow me, twitter.com/LDDota.
I'm Luminous, at Luminous Inverse. Friendliest Dotacaster.
Friendliest Dotacaster. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back. Na'Vi versus Fnatic, our final game of the group stages, after this.